Okay. Oh, crap. Don't click my headphone. Oh, I forgot to pin that. Maybe one day I will have my shit together. Today is not that day. Okay, not that one. Come on, load. Dude, come on. Thank you. Copy that. Paste. Pin. Okay. Hi, Cecilia. Excuse me. Okay. Hopefully we're working on both. So we have YouTube and TikTok at the same time. So we shall see how this goes. So sometimes it's fine. Sometimes that's super laggy. I'm good. How are you? Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I need to get my headphone case so that I can turn this off, because if I just sit it down somewhere, I'm going to lose it. So give me like 1 second. Where is it? Okay. Well, I guess I am gonna just try to turn it off. Hi, Ariana! Yes, I know the volume is in max. Why won't it turn off? Shit. Okay. Guess it's gonna be dead later. Is what it is. I don't know where the case is. It must have fell out of my pocket some fucking where. Oh, if I detach it from the Bluetooth, it will automatically turn off. I'm also still learning how to work the this new phone, because I just got the new phone on like Thursday or something last week. Maybe Tuesday. Okay. Let's put you up there so I can admire you while I forget about you. Hi, Jenny. Hello, hello. Yep. So if you subscribe on here, then yes, you get a free question. So reminder for anybody that doesn't know this over here on TikTok, if you go over to the YouTube channel and you subscribe and you comment your question on the live stream over there, I will answer the question. Okay. All right. So right now I've got Cecilia on the list. If you want to be on the list of free cards, you can comment your first name. If you want the question, you can go over to YouTube and no. Right now I've got Cecilia. Also, if you're interested in paid reading, pricing is over here. If I'm in your way over there, I'm sorry, tell me, because this is you know, they're at different angles. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Woo! No, now that's going to be stuck in my head. I need to get TikTok up so I can see it. Am I frozen over there, or is that just on my phone? Oh, okay. It's just my phone. All right. I'm doing all right. Okay. When the comments scroll, like I can read them kind of on that screen because they're bigger, but like the person who asked if they could ask a question, yes. The right, but once they scroll, I can't reach it, so I have to do it from here. Okay, all right. Let's see. Jenny. All right, okay. So I've got Cecilia, doing Cecilia's, and then I've got Jenny. If you want to be on the list for free cards, you can comment your first name. If you're, oh, damn, it's in paid reading pricings over here. Okay. Okay, all right, okay. That was not about you. That was about a spirit that's hanging around that wants very badly to have a conversation with me, and I have not had the time to sit down, and they keep throwing things around. Just threw my lamp on the floor earlier. Okay. Well, you're chaos, so can I get 4 cards for Cecilia? One more for Cecilia, please. That was like 4. I need to change the pinned comment. For Cecilia, please. Okay, that'll work. Thank you. Give me 1 second. Let me change the pinned comment on. On YouTube really quick. Can I do tab? No, I can't. Okay. I need to look at my own damn. I'm like, wait. Oh, dang. Let's see. I'm almost done, I promise. Okay. There's a character limit. Okay. All right. Okay. We got to figure it out. Okay. Okay. These are not bad. Okay. All right. So I'm on Cecilia. If anybody else wants free cards, you can call my first name. Okay. So got intelligence in reverse. Stop overthinking everything. Like, get out of your head, right? Because you're stressing out and you're worried too much about, I want to say, things that, I want to say, like, the cliche thing is stop worrying about things you can't control. But like, it's true, but it's coming through with more of a significance of like, this is a time to kind of go with the flow because things are being lined up how they're supposed to be. So um, if you're like stressing out about it, like all you're doing is, one, you're hurting yourself because, stress is not good for you mentally or physically. And two, you're kind of muddying the energy, really, and we don't want to do that. Okay. So we've got hope is upright. We've got peace in reverse, comes along with this worrying thing. And then we have metamorphosis. So they're like, the butterfly soup card, when they're like, it's okay when you aren't who you used to be and you aren't yet who you will become. Like, you're in the middle of your whole life right now, like you internally and then also externally, because our outer reality reflects our inner reality, which is why I'm saying you got to get a handle on the stress and the worry and everything and try to find ways of focusing on positive. Doesn't mean ignore your feelings. It does mean that if something is really stressing you out, it's probably something you should address rather than just trying to push it down, because obviously that's not making it go away. It's just creating anxiety that you're not acknowledging. Past haunting me, fear of worrying, not being with my man. That's fair. I get that. Like, you're worried that like it's gonna end. Is that what it is? Because I can't remember what the relationship status is right now. Saving our car and I'm moving in with him. Jobs taking longer in our history from people. Okay, that's fair. It's gonna work out fine. Okay, seriously, they're literally like these two. So they're like, they were staggered, right? So we had like this one, so intelligence in reverse, and then we had hope upright, and then we had peace in reverse, and we had metamorphosis upright. So they're like, these are the you freaking out about it, right? And these are the them saying stop freaking out about it. Like, lean into this, lean into that like positive, that hopeful energy. Like, I know that you're like afraid and you're thinking of like all of the things that could go wrong, but the reality of the situation is that worrying it won't prevent something bad from happening if it was going to happen. It'll just rob your joy from right now. So don't sorry. Don't let that happen, right? Like, things are working themselves out. I know it's taking a minute, but like, I feel like things are working out exactly like they're supposed to. And so you just got to like take a deep breath. If this is something that's really like, if it's, I mean, it seems like it's really stressing you out, which to me is an indicator that there's definitely healing and stuff that needs to happen and perspective shifts that need to happen. Because if you go into this, it might be why things are moving so slow. Because if you go into this relationship with like that constant weight of fear, because let me tell you, if you think that moving in with them will make that fear go away, it won't. It won't. I can tell you from experience. So like, you got to work on like, healing, working on some like perspective shifts and excuse me, sorry. Getting to a better place of not feeling like, I'm just going to put it this way. You've got to get to a place where it doesn't feel like the whole world is going to end if that relationship ends. I don't think it is going to end, but you can't be in the mindset that, like, if that ends, that you're just, it's going to be devastating and it will be something you can't survive, because that's not a perspective that's going to be for a healthy relationship. That's how you get codependency, and codependency will drive someone away. So work on this. That's probably why it's being held back right now, why it's taking so long. They're giving you an opportunity to fix it before it gets out of control, so that when you guys do move in together, you're in a good place, Yeah, I get you. I think that you just you got to be in a place where, like, I know you want this to work, but you got to be in a place where, like, even if it doesn't, you'll survive, Okay, can I get... I would not be surprised if you guys were twin flames, honestly. Let me get a card for Cecilia. Ooh. Oh. And I did a different card. Because I can't read that one on live. I can tell you what this one is. I can send you a picture of it and the page if you want, but I can't read it on live because it's got some... I'll just tell you what the card is. The one that I can't read is sensuality. Okay, so it's got some explicit content that I don't think I can read without getting in trouble. So, all right, this is the other one, dependency, which could not have been more perfect. All right. Let me do these. There's a lot of good energy around you. You're just... You always find what you're looking for. It's like if you go buy a blue car, all of a sudden you see blue cars everywhere. If what you're focused on is all the things that could possibly go wrong, you're attracting not great energy, which could potentially just fuck up your life. And then also, one card. Nice. Right, but then also you're always going to see, the negative, which is just a vicious cycle. Okay, all right, I will. You're going to have to probably text me. I probably have your number saved, but I don't know for sure. And it will be easier for me to find it if you find yours, if you just message me again. All right, okay, so this one is dependency. I have no idea what she's supposed to be. All right. I live in balanced relationship with my innate wholeness. I explore helpful independence and interdependence. That which we tie ourselves to becomes interwoven into our sense of wholeness and worthiness. When we attach to something, we can tend to draw satisfaction or fulfillment from that very thing, whether it be people, relationships, the happiness of others, material items, ideas, thought patterns, being of service, phones, social media, praise, spiritual experiences, or substance. Dependency is not defined by an assessment of whether the person or thing to which we are attaching ourselves is inherently good or bad. In this work, we know nothing is that simple. Rather, the dependency is the inner pattern we are invited to look at, to see how we are sourcing our fulfillment, bliss, satisfaction, self-perception, and worth. When there is something external from which we are sourcing our fulfillment, we are giving our own power over to it. Our dependence on that can also become a way for us to numb, check out, or bypass our own feelings and experiences. Become aware of interactions that may be codependent. Invite yourself to look at your relationship with what you consume. Recognize addictive patterns in new ways. Explore hyper-independence and interdependence. With dependency, let us remember that we are greater than its hold on us. The questions: What am I dependent upon, attached to, or addicted to? When I am stressed, hurt, down, what do I lean towards? And where do I source my fulfillment and satisfaction? And the question, hold on, it's cold here. Okay. The watch is going to get really hot in just a second. Okay. The ritual: find a quiet, comfortable, safe space to sit. Allow the eyes to close, breathe intentionally, watching the breath enter and exit the body through the nose. Bring your awareness to one thing you feel dependent upon. Ask where it resides in your body. Feel the sensation in the body and dive deeper into it. Ask your vision and sight to travel through your body tissues into the energetic pattern underneath where it resides. Ask it to tell you more of its story without needing to change it. Receive wisdom and insight from it, and thank it for sharing with you. I have another thought too. There's one more card, but I have another thought too. And I'm going to take a picture of those. You guys might need to do like counseling together. You know, I think I'm in love with him, but it's my own self and problems, and I understand. I mean, I think, okay, so yes, but also I think it would be helpful, like, if you guys could get into like couples counseling or whatever, not because something is like wrong right now, but because one, you guys have a past that you still haven't worked through, but you're still healing from. And if you were healed from it, you wouldn't be terrified it was going to end again. And two, it will help you guys understand each other better, right? It'll help him understand your perspective and why you're afraid. It'll help you understand why you're afraid. And then, like, you know, then it's not just, oh, it's your problems, because it's not just your problems. Like, it's a cumulative thing, you know, like it's a perspective thing for you. And you do have some dependency stuff, obviously, or that card would have come out, but he's part of that, you know, like he fed into that problem by things not working out before. Okay. All right. This one. Hi, Destiny. This one is here's your do-over. So this is a good one. Failure is a chimera, part beast, part blessing. It lurks just beyond our greatest plans, terrifying us. But when we're willing to fail, that toothsome chimera can become our ally. When we dare to befriend what we fear most, we become resilient, fierce. When failure threatens to overcome you, its bite tries to convince you you're dying, but it's lying. Your soul is forged of lightning and stardust, and it cannot be destroyed. But only you can prove this truth to yourself by getting back up after failure. Insist on remembering who you really are and what you're really made of. There is magic in the wake of a fiasco, and failure gifts you with a chance to refine your plans. Any path that leads astray shows us how to find a better way. When we embrace failure, we tame the beasts that once terrified us. I think it was supposed to. Oh. Yeah. I think that it ended for a reason. I think it restarted for a reason. I don't think he's not supposed to be there. I don't have this gut feeling where, like, because I would tell you if I was like, you need to walk away from this. I don't feel that. But this is one of those things that, like, you both have to learn from it. If you don't want history to repeat itself. Hold on, I'm just taking pictures really quick. I think I saw Cash App. I will check it in just a second. Can't turn these pages with one hand anymore because they're falling out. Okay. Yeah, I think this one is important too. I just can't read it on live. Oh my God. All the way 2 years ago. Interesting. Well, this is what I think. So crystals in and of themselves, unless you give them a job, they don't do anything. Not really. Like, maybe a little bit on their own. You know, like, if you have obsidian sitting around, it's probably going to absorb a little bit of negativity. But you have to give them a job, right? Like, they're a tool. And so I think that when you got it, you had a perspective shift that you didn't even recognize happened. Because I think that it, how do I put this? That's the protective one, right? I don't know that much about moldavite. I don't know, like, I use some crystals, but I'm not like a crystal witch, so like, I don't know them all. But when you got that, I want to say you got it for the reason of feeling like that's what you needed, right? The things that was supposed to bring the what is the word I'm thinking of? Oh my god, no, not affinities. Someone's trying to help me. Attributes, yeah, the things that crystal is supposed to do. Those were the things that you were, the reasons that you bought it. So you were able to recognize, oh, actually, here's the problem. And that in and of itself is a perspective shift. And that's why everything changed. Because like the crystal itself did not change your life. Your perspective changed your life. It changes everything. Bought it to change and bring my higher self and keep it. Yes. Awesome. Okay. Well, then, yes. So I would say that makes a lot of sense. All right, let me get the last couple pages. Okay. I think that you're making really good progress. I think that it is being held off a little bit to give you some time to work on this so that you don't sabotage the relationship. But also, part of the working on this, don't go into this with your eyes closed, like you've been in the situation before. So like if you start seeing red flags, don't look the other direction and pretend they're not there. I'm not getting anything right off the bat that's saying that, but I'm just saying, just in case that's part of the lesson. Okay. But I think it'll be okay. Oh, Imogen. Okay. All right, Jenny is up. And then after Jenny, oh, shit. Okay. Okay. All right, fair. All right, okay. So I've got Jenny and then I have Imogen for a full 15. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she definitely does. You're very welcome. Okay, can I get 4 cards for Jenny, please? Come back to that in a second. Let me see. Where's my... Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Got 2 more for Jenny, please. Thank you. Okay. I mean, I feel like this is not going to be anything different than what I usually say. So we've got intelligence and happiness are in reverse. Devotion and home are upright. So these are devotion and home. Oh, that was creepy. When it gets dark or whatever, like, look, the eyes glow. That was creepy as shit. Anyway, sorry. Right. Devotion and home. Like, this is the decision, right, of where you're at, right, of making that commitment to trying to figure things out, right? And then I've got intelligence and happiness are both in reverse. So like like, you know that you're not going to be happy with this. And I think you keep waiting for that to change, and it's not changing. Like, it might get happy for, thank you, might get happy for a little while. But the thing is, like, when something's a lesson, it doesn't stay good. Let me see if I can translate that. Hold on. Okay. Translate. It just says do. Okay. Anyways. Unless that translated wrong. I don't know. Sorry. Anyways. I think, how do I put this? Like, okay, I think that if you're feeling like it's not a good match, if you're feeling like this person's not clicking with you, then I would absolutely find a different therapist. I have done, hi Marisol. Yeah. Are you wanting cards, or are you wanting the free cards, or are you wanting to do like reading? There's not a long list. I'm on Jenny, and then I've got Imogen's for a full. Okay, so, right. Let me tell you. Okay. Let me tell you. I've gone through so many therapists over the years. So many. Because like if you don't click with somebody, you're just not going to get very far with them, you know? Like I've stuck with some of them until I found a new one, and then there's some of them that I just never even went back to. So I think that if you're feeling like you're not getting the support because you guys are not meshing well, then I would absolutely find someone else. You don't have to drop this one until you find someone else, unless you really aren't clicking. She talks about herself and ugh. Wow. What the fuck? Hello. I would find, yeah, I would definitely, that's awful. Yeah. Let me get, hold on, I'll write you down. Marisol. And then Kanisha. Okay. All right. The list isn't super long. I have a full, and then a mini, and then yours after I finish with Jenny, who I'm on right now. Okay. Can I please get a card for Jenny? I hope I'm gonna say that right. Is it Amia? Amia? Okay, can I get a card for Jenny, please? It's really important. Nice. It's really important to find one that you click with, because you're just wasting your time. I was going to say and theirs, but it sounds like she's just wasting your time going to someone that isn't clicking well with you. And I've had a similar experience with a couple of them where it's just like, I didn't even get to talk because they tell, like, who's the therapist here? And I have the added frustration of, because of what I do, and like just I guess because this is like, this is my life purpose and my energy is the way that it is or whatever. Everybody wants to tell me their life story. Everybody, like McDonald's drive-through ladies telling me her whole life story. The girl at Ingles I try to avoid because she wants to tell me her life story, and I'm like, I gotta go. I'm sorry. And I have had therapists try to tell me their stuff, and I'm like, yo, how about no? How about no? You're supposed to be, you're getting paid. You're getting paid to listen to me. Can I get one card for Jenny, please? Nice. Okay. Sorry, one second. It's itchy. Okay. Nope, you're before hers, because from what it looks like on mine, yours came through and then hers. So there's currently, after I finish with Jenny, there'll be 2 people in front of you, but they're a full on a mini. So if you need to like go and come back in like 15 minutes, you probably won't miss anything. It's great when people hang out and send likes and stuff, but like I understand when people have to go and come back. Okay. All right. So this one is balance. All right. I recognize polarity to find my own center. I dance between possibilities and find myself in my own harmonious equilibrium. We live in a world that is quite polarized and dualistic. One where having a fixed answer and landing on one side of a coin is something to celebrate. Extremes are discouraged. But what is encouraged is to land in a decisive place of one or the other. That doesn't work for all people, and balance can feel more like pressure than harmony. Balance isn't necessarily about holding 2 energies in equal proportion, or living in an exact middle point between 2 varying energies. Balance is about finding what feels good, what feels harmonious, and what feels true, which is inherently wildly unique from person to person. We all have different elements that make up the whole. There is no one right way or one solution that wouldn't be balance, that would be conformity. We can find balance by noticing where we feel out of balance. Polarity can teach us where we feel resonant or dissonant. The key is to create our own balance scale, to discern what is aligned for ourselves and, not how others would define balance. Become aware of any areas of imbalance, whether with your time, energy, life, relationships, soul care, work, emotions, expressions, or anything at all. Notice any areas of push or pull, where you feel tugged or where you feel in overdrive. Consider why you feel in opposition to any of these areas. All right, and then the questions. Oh, I want to say this really quick. If you're gonna like drop this one as a therapist, I would tell her why. Not as like a vindictive thing, but so she can recognize that with other patients. Because there may be people who are too afraid to say anything, and they're not getting what they need, but they're not going looking for somebody else, because it's fucking hard to find somebody most of the time, especially with insurance crap. But anyway, so whenever you can wait till you find somebody else or whatever, but I would tell them, because that's what I did with the last one. Like, I was like, this is not actually, I didn't do it. I had my therapist I had my current therapist tell the old therapist why. Okay, so questions. And then I'm not going to tell you you've heard the ritual on this one, and I'm going to tell you a different exercise that I think is a good idea. So the questions: if I could live in perfect balance, what would need to shift? Am I allowing external pressures to throw me off balance? And what is my heart asking for that I might be avoiding? So with the exercise, it's the whole balancing objects or balancing, on one foot or whatever, and bringing in the basic energy of excess and lack. And I feel like it's helpful when you haven't done with this already. But I think that you could go a little step further, and I would do it as more of you could do 2 different pieces of paper, or you could do 1 piece of paper and draw a line down the middle of the piece of paper or whatever. And you could write down some of the things where you feel like there's an excess of this. And excess doesn't necessarily have to be a good thing or a bad thing. It can be either. But if you have an excess of, I was going to say bills, yeah, but I guess that falls under lack too. If you have an excess of stress in one area, or, somewhere, multiple areas probably, write it down on the one side. And then, if you're, feeling that lack from the other side, that can be like the lack of emotional support, stuff like that. That's where you're going to be able to discern better where things are out of balance, not just creating that balance scale to be able to feel whether something is out of balance, because you can tell. Like, I know that if you sit down and you do that, you can tell the things that are out of balance. I mean, it may require you to sit there for a few minutes, but like, even if you just make a list of like 5 things on either side, I think, I think in order for you to shift things, I think you need something that's a little more active, you know what I mean? Rather than just, here's an exercise to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like. You need something that's going to be more active now in helping you solve the problem. Okay. This one is navigate with flow. Hello. I'm sorry I keep missing people over here. Okay. All day, every day, your heart performs one function. It regulates flow, and it speaks one language: open, close. When you allow your heart to navigate your life, it is much easier to determine if the person, place, or opportunity aligns with your highest good. Ask yourself, does this situation align with flow? Does it feel upstream or downstream? Does this relationship open me up and make me feel more possible? Does this opportunity bring me expansively alive, or does it cramp me into less than? Ideally, you want more of what opens you up and less of what closes you down. Your heart is the rudder on the ship of your life. With the pull of this card, you're being asked to listen to your heart's simple directives. Set a course for your own true north. They're literally talking about the same thing. They're literally talking about the same thing. If you need to find that balance point, and in order to find the balance point, you've got to figure out where things are off balance and admit where they're off balance. And I would dump the therapist and find out. Okay. All right, Imogen. Are you ready? Awesome. Okay. We're looking into... Hold on. Whoa. Oh, shit. I don't even remember... seeing that message. Sorry. Ew. Gross. Okay, whatever. I just need to see how he's doing. Checking energy on birthday. I just want to know if I'm going to get the job this week. I'm interviewed for today. Oh. Well, now I want to know who it was. Because you said, you're like, no way is it, was it like what you thought it was? Of course it was. Heat ball. Oops. Wow. Wow. This was about that, I think. So it was like boundaries is in reverse, and then independence, I think, was also supposed to be in reverse. He needs to let go. Like, just move the fuck on, dude. It's not like you guys had like this, this just intense, passionate 10-year relationship. He's just a dick, and he needs to get over it. Okay, sorry, moving on. Welcome back. All right, okay, so, all right, I'm on Imogen, and then I've got Marisol, and then I've got Kanisha, and I hope I'm saying, is it Amia? I think I'm saying it wrong. Okay, can I get 4 cards? Or not 4 cards. Okay, let's see. What's the energy with Imogen's person? Okay. right direction. Okay. Yay! That's what I got. Oh, dear goodness. Okay. What the heck, Imogen? Throwing my cards on the floor. Okay, these do look like progress. They do look like progress. I'm going to pull from the shadow deck in a second to see what that says. All right, so we've got leadership in reverse. So he's still not feeling super in control of like himself and his life yet. But got healing upright, peace upright, guardianship upright, communication and curiosity are all upright. And then the last two have got confidence and intuition are in reverse. So it's almost like the freaking mental image that I just got was hilarious. Okay, so somebody freaking gave that to me, but it was like, the like toddler toy thing that they have where it's like you press the button or whatever, and like the thing, these are fucking old as shit, okay, but you press the button or whatever and it like does a spring thing and like a little character will pop up or whatever, and there's like a bunch of them. There's like a bunch of them. There's like 5 or 6. But my point is we've pressed one, popped up, pressed one, popped up, pressed one, popped up. So I feel like he is like, he's moving along on the healing journey for sure. Coming to a place where he's feeling more, I swear there's a fuzz or something in my nose. Anyways, feeling like he's more come to terms with how things ended up, and therefore I want to say accepting that everything happens for a reason. And the guardianship card, I think, is hold on, let me ask a question. All right, okay, is this one talking about him not talking to that other person anymore? He was still talking to the ex. He is not talking to the ex anymore, correct? Is he still talking to the ex? No. Okay, good. The guardianship and communication, like he cut off communication with that other person because he finally recognized, actually, you know what? This is not healthy. Curiosity, being upright. He's adapting to the situation, right? And it's breakups are never really easy. Some of them are less shitty than others, but and I think this was really hard for him. And so he's still rebuilding his confidence in himself and his being able to trust himself to make the right choices. You know what I mean? To pick the right person, rather than getting swept up in something that feels good and then blows up in his face again. Because he doesn't know, he doesn't. Ralph finding himself. He doesn't know, and then also determination was there. All right, let's see. Ooh, yes. We're working on. Yeah, higher perspective and independence. Is there anything else about this one? And I'm gonna pull a shadow card or two, and then I'll check on the birthday thing. But it does seem like he is moving along. Like that was a big step. The cutting off contact, big step. Yep, devotion in reverse. Romance in reverse. Yeah. So recognizing that she was an obstacle. Wow. Okay, introspection, hesitation, and then something new. So like he's still like working through things. He's not like ready to jump into something with somebody else yet. But I don't think it'll be that long. Because he is making progress, you know. Every time I pull on him, it seems like, okay, we've gotten a little further and a little further and a little further. Let me see what these say. What's increasing currently working through? I knew that was going to come out. Oof. Man, that relationship was like hardcore a lesson. Oh yeah, that's good though. Yeah, that relationship for him was like, it was a very difficult lesson. And I say that because there's stuff that he needed to work through already from like childhood and from other people. And so he had to be put in a situation where he had to confront it. And unfortunately that sucks, but it did what it was supposed to do. You got shame and then expectations and then resilience. So they're like, you know, that one is self-explanatory, right? Expectations. Actually, I want to say both of them, they really give childhood stuff vibes. Not necessarily like full on like abuse, but like there's definitely like a looming stress level. Like maybe the parents were like super controlling or something. You know what I mean? Like very high expectations. But anyways, expectations. That one, I think, this one stands out the most out of all of them, you know, and then resilience. Like he had to face that so that, you know, and then move through the lesson and realize that like he could survive it and that he could let go of something when the expectations were too much, when there was just no way, you know what I mean? Because we have a tendency, especially when we have childhood issues, we have a tendency to I want to say we fall back in the same patterns, you know, like we try really hard to make something work. We try really hard to meet someone else's expectations, even if they're totally unrealistic, because we're compensating for not like feeling like we didn't do it. You know what I mean? Feeling like we didn't do that when we were a kid. But it happened for a reason. All right, let's see about the job thing. All right, is she gonna get the job? What did you say interviewed for today? Is Imogene gonna get the job she interviewed for today? Okay then. Imogene gonna get the job she interviewed for. Oh. Y'all were killing me. That's not what I asked. Okay, we're still on the topic. Keep forgetting to look over there. Okay, so whenever somebody does pop in, they pop in for a second and then leave because I keep forgetting to look at the comments over there. Okay, all right. Is Imogen going to get the job that she interviewed for today? Let me switch back to that. Okay. Did we do a glamour spell? No. Okay, so they gave me the free will card and then the maybe card, among other things, but mostly I'm going to ask it a little differently and see if there's already someone that's like also applied for the same position that's, you know, likely to get it. Somebody else also applied for the same position that Imogen is interviewed for. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, work. Oh, the puzzle piece. Hold on. Okay. Oh, your interview's tomorrow. Well, you said today. Have I lost my mind? This is a good job interview. Yeah, you said today. Oh, you have a different interview tomorrow. Oh, okay. All right. Let's ask about that one. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Is the okay? Is she gonna get the job she interviews for tomorrow? We should do a glamour spell. Because so we got time as the first card, and then the free will card, and then this one is the like influence card. Every time I cover up my face and the filtered eyes glow, it gets me every time. Anyways, manifestation. So short answer is that it's too soon to ask. Yes. Like that was like short answer is too soon to ask. They're like yes card. I can if you want, you know, I don't usually do this, but if you want to text me tomorrow after you do the interview, I will pull a couple and see if it says anything, you know? Let me ask this question. Has the job that she is meant to stay in been lined up for her yet? Is it two? Okay. Oh. Where did it go? Oh. Yes, but I don't think that you have found it yet. But let me see if this one has been put in the path for a reason. Alright, so the interview she's going to tomorrow is this job been put in her path for a reason. Yes. Yes, it has. Okay. So we had like independent. You're killing me. Independence and friendship, which I think is interesting. And then the yes card. And then lost soul and gift. So I want to say like they are like there's a big thing that's lined up, and then there's like something else you're gonna do probably before you find the big thing. I say big thing, but like, you know, the like job that you're gonna stay at for a long time and not be miserable at. Questions. I don't know if I think I may have answered everything. Maybe. You're next, Marissa. Oh, check on the birthday. Okay. All right. That is interesting. Okay, then. Haha, come. I don't know if you were thinking about, I can't remember, we talked about the other day, the whole, like, you were thinking about going out with somebody or whatever for your birthday. Just be careful. So I've got the, like, partnership card, and I've got shadow self and temptation, which is the, neither of these are good cards. All right, so and then intuition, guidance, wow, manifestation, memories, and transformation, and then the truth card. So you need to trust your gut. Like, I think someone's going to pop up that's going to seem, I'll just put it this way, if it seems too good to be true, it probably isn't. So I would say, I would trust your gut, right? You've learned a lot from past stuff. You don't want to be repeating things, and you don't want to, and by repeating things, I mean, you don't want to be so, I don't want to use this word, but I can't think of another word. You don't want to be so desperate to have somebody there for your birthday that you bring somebody that's just going to pull you down. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but that first card makes me think romantic, because there's a friendship card that could have come out that way, if that's what it was talking about. Wow, I split the card twice, or deck twice to the same card, and it was balance. Also, don't, like, let yourself, like, wallow, like, don't let yourself sink into that, like, well, but, I wish that this was here, or whatever. Like, I know that you wish that it was there, but, like, you just have to trust that things are the way they're supposed to be right now. And I wouldn't try to spend it with a person, like a romantic person anyway. Let me see, other than that. Okay. What's the other energy around her birthday, aside from that person? These look good. Damn it. Get it in a second. In case another one goes on the floor. Okay. Okay, so we got manifestation, battle, commitment, intuition, your spirit team. These all look, I guess I want to say that it's kind of coming through, like, the things that you fought for. I am about to finish up with Imogen in just a second. And then I've got Marisol, Kanisha, and Amia. Okay. Words. Right. These all look like they're talking about, the things that you've worked for, put your time and energy into, whatever. I'm going to say coming to fruition is the words that I heard. Just don't let yourself sink into this, like, don't sink into this. And, like, you've had this big transformation and everything. Like, everything happens for a reason, and this one's signs and fate. So, I think it's gonna be fine. Just do things for you, you know, like go out and do something fun for you, or stay in and do something fun for you. Don't make it about having to have somebody else there, which, you know, nobody likes to be alone on their birthday. It sucks. But like, you know, just don't hinge your entire happiness on that day around whether or not you can find somebody to be there. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to go fine. It's just a matter of perspective. You know, like don't let yourself sink into the negative. You're welcome. All right. I've got Marisol. Oh, okay. Should I go? Okay. All right. Is make a safe match for. Okay. Well, hell. Eyes on in the right direction. Okay. Okay, so the answer is complicated. I think he's a distraction. I think. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think he's a distraction. Like, yes, technically that is a lesson in and of itself because I'm going to tell you what the cards are. Okay, so we've got curiosity's upright. Then we've got preparation, safety, patience, higher perspective are all in reverse. And so is the, like, destiny card. Strength and boundaries are upright. So I think that, like, I asked if he was a safe person for you to get in a relationship with, and they're basically saying like it's not like an unsafe, like it would be a really awful relationship, but it's also not a for you relationship. So if you do this, it's just going to distract you from, like, you know, working on your higher perspective and being connected, and, you know, like, so strength and boundaries here being upright, that's their recommendation. You know, they're saying like those are the two things that you need to lean into, and I think you already know that, because because it's, you know, whenever we are wanting something badly, you know, like not to be by ourselves or whatever, we tend to, I don't want to say let the guard down, but, you know, you don't want to like back off on your boundaries because that would end up not being good. So short answer is not the guy. Yeah, I'm sure they are. Alright, let's see. Somebody new coming in for her, say this year. That was a lot of cards. Jesus Christ. Okay. Like, yes, there's somebody coming in. You haven't met them yet. And also starting over. But you have to keep doing the stuff that you're supposed to be doing. Because if you don't, you're gonna, like, things are gonna stagnate, and you're just gonna, I've done the whole explanation about fated path and the interstate, like, you don't want to stop in the middle of the road when you've been working your way down. If you stop before exit 12 where the person is, then you're not going to get there. But it does seem like there's already somebody lined up, and like new opportunities and luck and metamorphosis, home, loyalty, like most of these cards are upright. So as long as you keep doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, working on you and being like the best you that you can be, then, like, yes, they are lined up to show up this year. I always want to say it's more like a you finding them. You know what I mean? Like, it's a you getting to that spot situation. Yeah. There's one more question, and then I'm gonna move on to Kanisha. Okay. This person at work. This could also be a situation like, those are good. I was going to say this could also be a situation like where Imogen's person is, working on his stuff too. Intuition. Yeah, I think you're both working on yourselves like they are too, but I think that you're both doing it like well enough at this point that you're being aligned with each other. Yeah, I asked if it was at work. I think so, because I got the determination card both times. These. Give me something simple. They're being pulled towards each other, but you're not like they're not lined up with the job yet, so they're not there. They're not there yet. So it doesn't mean that you won't, but they don't work there yet. Right. Correct. Both. Yeah, both. Like you're both, which we're all a work in progress. But yeah, like he's not working there yet. Yeah, exactly. Not time yet. You're welcome. All right. Kanisha, thank you for your patience and for hanging out and sending likes. I saw you. Four cards for Kanisha, please. Two cards. Hello. Yeah, I do the free card pulls. They're like guide, and higher self messages. So if you want to get on the list, you can comment your first name. All right, make sure these are on the right direction. Are these on the right direction? Wasn't sure about one of them. Okay. Cool. I got you on the list. Okay. Let's see. Kanisha, you're here, right? I swear I saw you a second ago. Okay, all right, cool. Just checking. Because sometimes I'm like, oh, they're here, and then I start, and then, like, they're not here. Okay, so this is interesting. We've got Guardianship in reverse. We've got Luck, which is also a Destiny card. Romance and Inspiration. Don't block things that I'm gonna say don't block things that are for you because you're like afraid that it might go badly. Hi, Regina. Like I feel like I don't know if you're in a relationship or not. Whoa, that lag. Okay, I had to scroll out back in. What the fuck was that? Sorry. Anyways, right. I was gonna say don't block the things that are meant for you because you're afraid of it going badly. Like, I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but this is, I mean, romance upright is pretty, I'm going to say, self-explanatory. You know, there's a thing that I learned, let me say, recently. And there was a line in I think it was a book that I was listening to. And the guy said, I've learned that it's okay to love someone, no matter how long they're going to be in your life. I'm not saying that this relationship's going to end, but I am saying that I think that when we're afraid of the past repeating itself, you know, when we're afraid of getting hurt, we can put the walls up, you know. Don't put the walls up. Because this is you know, there's something that you're supposed to get out of this. And if it's a lesson, then it's a lesson and you will survive if it does end. But I don't think I'm not getting any bad vibes. You know, inspiration being the last one, it seems like there is something that you're supposed to get out of this. Not all lessons are negative. This person is potentially could teach you a lot. Just listening to see if they're going to say anything else before I pull the other two. It's busy in here. Interesting. Could be the thing you were supposed to learn, and also this could be the blocking the person that you're supposed to be with. Wow. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say it is blocking the person that you're supposed to be with, even though I'm not supposed to give you extra cards. It's okay. I work here. I make the rules. Let's see what these say. There's also one of these that says that you have to get up from the table when love is no longer being served. You know, if you don't feel a connection with somebody, you know, don't hang on past when. Like, there's a level, you have to kind of, you know, follow your gut, right? Because there's a level of discomfort that comes from situations that are, you know, we can get comfortable in chaos. You know, like when things are just like we're so used to things being chaotic that when they calm down, we get uncomfortable with it. But then there's also we're stifling the potential for more growth by staying in something that's, you know, that's not allowing the growth. Okay, let me just hold it. So you have to kind of just trust your gut, I'm going to say, on whether or not this is a situation where you feel uncomfortable because you don't feel like it resonates with you anymore, or if you feel uncomfortable because, you know, things are calm and you don't know what to do with calm. Yeah. Let's see what these say. Can I get a card? Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the thing I guess I'll just say this and then I'm going to read these, but I think it's both. I think that I'm not feeling it anymore. You know, we started with isn't there anymore. There. Wow. I was going to say that I feel like it's both. I feel like it happened, you know, the relationship happened for a reason. you learned what you could from the relationship. The next lesson is the walking away from it. And I think that while it's maybe not necessarily like hurting you at this point to stay there, it is preventing growth from happening, right? And it's just going to keep you away from finding the right person. So, all right. So there's this one is doubt. That's the one I was like, of course. All right. I trust that doubt carries wisdom and is on purpose. I look within my doubt to learn and discern. Doubt is part of our brain's consistent analysis system. It is literally our mind's job to assess each situation so that it may inform us. When we lose ourselves in the cycle of our mind's questioning or overthinking about ourselves, it can create a cycle that keeps us from living our fullest freedom. We can doubt our own validity, worthiness, instincts, knowledge, ability, or skills, especially in this day and age when comparison is alive and at the forefront of the mainstream flow. When we doubt, we might feel fear or an inability to move forward because of some uncertainty in our own ability to get it right or be good enough. Here's the tricky part. Each time we are pushing the boundaries of what we have known or done before, that is when doubt loves to jump alongside for the ride and attempt to help us out by preparing us for other possibilities. It becomes a problem when we start to take doubt's word for it, rather than seeing doubt for what it is. Doubt builds one drop at a time until, next thing you know, a pool of it has filled all around us. It is vital to build a living relationship with our inner dialogues. Notice how doubt shows up. Speak it, share it, allow it to become more conscious in order to repattern your relationship with it. We build potent confidence when we feel doubt and allow ourselves to move forward anyway, one tiny step at a time, proving that our doubt wasn't all-knowing after all. Then the questions. Where do I doubt myself and my abilities, wisdom, or skills? What have I held myself back from out of doubt? How often do I feel doubt and how do I respond to that? This situation is very much like I'm going to read the ritual part, but I think that this is talking about the doubt of the choice and not the doubt of like not leaving, you know? Okay, so the ritual. Plan a conversation with yourself or someone you feel close with. Share about a time that you heavily doubted yourself and it held you back. Talk about how it felt. Share about a time when you heavily doubted yourself and you moved forward. Talk about how it felt. If doing this on your own, set a timer for 10 minutes. Share without pause until the timer stops. Speak into a mirror or out loud to hear yourself. Yeah, I think that in order to be able to trust our gut, like that's the first thing that pops up, right? Is we're like, you know, I want to trust my intuition, but what if it's wrong? There's one more card. So, ouch. I think your intuition is what's telling you to go. And I think that the doubt of, you know what I mean, of like, well, what if I shouldn't? Or what, you know what I mean? Like, what if this is the right person and what if I'm not going to find somebody else? And, you know, all of the what ifs that come from doubt. Like, I think those are one of the obstacles, you know, technically part of the lesson. Okay. All right. This one is transition. This is like maybe my favorite card. It's okay when you don't feel like yourself. It's okay when you aren't who you used to be and you aren't yet who you will become. This is the butterfly soup of change. Upon entering the cocoon, the caterpillar ceases to be a caterpillar. Its DNA literally stops showing up as caterpillar, but likewise does not show up as butterfly. This in-between phase is called the imago, where the image of becoming a butterfly shows up prior to the cells actually forming. If this is the soup you found yourself in, follow the caterpillar's example. Cocoon yourself with quiet and stillness. Get cozy. Befriend the unknowing. You're becoming. The new wings are on their way. Whether you hope for a winged new life, career, relationship, or health report, allow yourself to rest and unravel in peace. It's essential. The image of your new life will arrive, and with it all the winged DNA changes you need to support this new version of you. I think that what this talks about, like, yes, the rest and unraveling in peace, you know, like it doesn't necessarily mean stay put where you're at, you know? Like, it's just basically saying allow the transformation to happen, right? Allow the changes to happen that feel like they're supposed to happen. Because you can't stop it. You're already in the butterfly soup phase. So like the change wants to happen, but you don't want to stay stuck in butterfly soup phase forever. So let the changes happen. You already know what you need to do. So I hope that was helpful. Oh. All right, is Amia here? You're very welcome. Good. That's the goal. Is Amia here? And then after Amia, I'm gonna run and use the restroom really quick, and then I'll be back. And then I'll have Chung is next on the list after I get back. And I don't know where she is. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll be back in just a minute, guys. Let me make a thingy. Make my. Oh, there she is. Okay, I'll do it really quick. That's Amia, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I get 4 cards for this. Hold on a second. Come on, guys. Quiet down. Jesus. We are at DMV waiting room volume right now. And I need it to be library volume. If anybody's new here, I'm clairaudient, so I'm talking to spirits that are being obnoxiously loud. Okay. You're going in the right direction. Thank you. All right, so we've got loyalty and trust in the invisible are upright. Patience is in reverse, and determination and modest fortitude are upright. I went in and gave you the 5th one because it was stuck to the other one. these are not bad. You know, they're just I mean, the patience in reverse. Like I feel like we all have our moments where we're like, all right, okay, I'm really tired of waiting. Haven't I been through enough crap? Can I just have the things now? You know, like I've been doing all the things you told me to do. Where's the happiness? I want a refund. But these they look really good. Like I know that there's an impatience there because you are putting in a lot of work into, you know, into yourself and changing your life. And, you know, like I think in general you are putting a lot of trust in the whole things happen when they're supposed to, you know. I hate to say like the things are coming, but the things are coming. You know, like all of these two, you know, like the stuff that you've been, sorry, it freaks me out every time. Every time that I accidentally shadow my face, the filter makes my eyes glow. Watch. It's creepy. I don't like it. Anyways, these two especially, you know, like this is that putting in the work, right? So like the hard work is going to pay off. I'm gonna say in the near future. Preparation and peace. They're like just so. I don't know if you've been on here before. I don't think so, but so the way that I explain it was like this. So you know, I talk about your fated path like the interstate. Okay, so what you're wanting, you know, let's say it's McDonald's, right? So what you're wanting is and working towards is McDonald's, which is at exit 12, right? But there's traffic and stuff, so it's taking a minute to get there, and that's because the McDonald's at exit 12 that you want to get to hasn't been built yet. So so they're still like moving things into place, kind of, so that I think that when the things happen, it's gonna be like one right after the other. You know what I mean? Like all of the good things, kind of an avalanche at the same time. Maybe not at the same time, but like one right after the other. So you're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything that you should be doing. Like, you know, keep doing the working on you and the things that are pushing you forward down your path, because like even though it's taken a minute to get to exit 12, like it will be there, you know. So I know it's hard to be patient when we've been busting our asses and waiting for for good shit to happen already, but it will. All right, let me see. Oh wow. Can I get a card for one of these? Oh, interesting. Okay. Ouch. Okay, books. This is a good one. All right. First one is authenticity. My finger is over the letter. Authenticity. I stand in the fullest expression of my authentic truth. I will not sacrifice who I am to make others comfortable. When we choose to sacrifice who we are to put on a face for others, we may likely feel betrayal. Not betrayal by others, but betrayal of ourselves. Sorry. There are many reasons throughout life that we can put on a mask to hide what is really authentic within us. vulnerability, fear, shame, guilt, rejection, uncertainty, not wanting to burden others, not wanting others to see us as weak or incapable. What are reasons we have collected in opposition to that? Reasons to be authentic. Putting on false masks, personas, or shape-shifting ourselves to make others or ourselves more comfortable is a path that can make us spiral into a cycle of inauthenticity. If we walk inauthentically for long periods of time, we can forget what it is like to be unapologetically free within ourselves. Inauthenticity can cause us to fill our lives with connections that perpetuate the cycle of self-betrayal. People that we aren't ourselves around, relationships that aren't aligned, jobs that feel depleting rather than fulfilling, and patterns that cycle us farther away from living fully aligned and expressed. We must be willing to be fully authentic with ourselves in order to be fully authentic with others. Notice what parts of you feel the most edgy to accept, even within yourself. The questions: what are all the masks I wear? What are all the masks I wear or have worn in this life? How have I sacrificed or changed myself because of others? And do I feel fully available? I can't with this yawning to be my most authentic self. And then the ritual: free yourself within your own body by dancing a free-form movement that isn't for anyone other than you. Put on a song you'd like to move to, turn up the volume, and let loose. Let your movements be wild, silly, playful, sensual, ugly, free, and weird. The more raw and unrefined, the better. Invite yourself to move in a way that would feel edgy to show others, whatever that is for you. The intent is to break through internal barriers and let layers of yourself free. When complete, look into a mirror and speak, "I love and accept myself in all ways." Sit for a few moments in stillness and notice what you feel. Okay, we get one more card. Hold on. I think this is a overarching lesson throughout life. All right. This is harvest. This is a good one. It's time for harvest. Take stock of what has come to fruition and what still needs tending. Celebrate your victories. Harvest the round, ripe fruit of your manifestations. I can't with the yawning. Jeez. All your hard work has created sustenance for you. Revel in that. Look back at all the versions of you, the dreams your younger self had, the goals, projects, and ambitions. See how many things once only imagined are now a part of your experience. Perhaps things your younger self craved are already so much a part of your life, you now take them for granted. Your younger self is high-fiving you today. Any unfulfilled dream can be viewed with the same lens. It's only a matter of time. You're in a constant cycle of wishing, believing, receiving, and manifesting. Honor how far you've come. Take time to celebrate. Radically participate in your own blessings. I like that one. I think, like I said, I feel like it's all like right there. I think it's all going to happen really fast. But I hope those were helpful. Okay. I am going to run to the restroom. If anybody is still here when I get back, I'll be right back. I'm ready to make sure that Anya got her thing first. You're welcome. All right. I'll be right back, guys. Freaking raining. have returned. It's freaking raining. I hate it. Anyways, now I have Somewhere Over the Rainbow stuck in my head. Hey, there's people over on YouTube. I don't know who it is, but hi. I'll try to be better at looking at both. I'm terrible at looking at both. Because I'm streaming on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, now Somewhere Over the Rainbow is in my head. Like, I will not sing it. I will not sing it. I think it gets a little too high for me. Maybe not right there at the beginning, but at some point it gets a little bit out of my range. All right. Okay. I saw you put your name down, Mandy. I don't know if Chung is here. If so, then Chung is next. And if not, then you're next, Mandy. I'm going to give it a second and then I'm going to... Well, okay, I'm going to do yours, and if Sean comes back, then I'll do theirs. All right. Oh, shit. Did I flip those? No. Alright, can I get 4 cards for Mandy? Anybody that's over on YouTube, if you want free cards, you can comment your first name. If you are a subscriber, you can get 1 free question over there. Okay, 4 cards for Mandy, please. That was not 3. That was like 7. That was my knee. I think these are supposed to be up right. Is it in the right direction? I gave, well, I flipped it. It wasn't supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be reversed. Okay, so they're all upright. So we got Trust in the Invisible and Ending, Communication, Strength, and I gave you the last one because it was stuck to another one, which is New Opportunities. These are really good. So the ending one, immediately makes me think like that whatever this was ended for a reason. Like this was breaking a cycle of some kind. And I want to say which also makes sense with the Trust in the Invisible first. Like, whatever lesson there was, you learned it. And the Communication and Strength, I think, I almost want to say in part it's about being able to stand up for yourself, even if that's to yourself. I don't know if it's probably both. I'm gonna say probably both. Yeah, the ability to stand up for yourself, and it starts with to yourself, because if you're beating yourself up, then you're listening to everything that they're saying. So, it's we can be our own worst enemy. All of that being said, having completed that and ending that cycle and everything, I should say breaking that cycle, this is new opportunities. So there's new things that are moving in. Some of those things will be lessons, but they won't be all bad. You've broken through something significant, which means that significant things are going to be coming in. And I don't have I'm not getting a lot of negative energy, but there will be times when you're kind of tested to see if you actually did learn the lesson. It's got a job rejection. Well, then was it the right one? It just wasn't the right one. It doesn't mean that that doesn't, how do I put this? While it's disappointing, it happened for a reason, because a couple things. One, if that wasn't the right thing, then it would have just held you back from getting the right thing. And two, they could have put that obstacle in the way to keep you from getting in a situation that would have ended badly. You know what I mean? So things happen for a reason. Can I get a card for the Mandy, please? Oh, they're so good. You took a detour around the construction on the faded path. That does not feel right. I'm going to do the other cards. I wasn't feeling the shadow cards anyway. Well, all of y'all just suck. One I wanted was on the bottom, and then I made it disappear. Okay, let me read these two. Or I'm arguing with my cards. All right. This is so fitting. Okay, all right. Failure is, sorry, here's your do-over. All right. Oh, I guess I can hold it up over here too. I don't know if anybody is, it says someone's on it, but I don't know. All right. Here's your do-over. Failure is a chimera. Part beast, part blessing. It lurks just beyond our greatest plans, terrifying us. But when we're willing to fail, that toothsome chimera can become our ally. When we dare to befriend what we fear most, we become resilient, fierce. When failure threatens to overcome you, its bite tries to convince you you're drowning, but it's lying. Your soul is forged of lightning and stardust, and it cannot be destroyed. But only you can prove this truth to yourself by getting back up after failure. Insist on remembering who you really are and what you're really made of. There is magic in the wake of a fiasco, and failure gifts you with a chance to refine your plans. Any path that leads astray shows us how to find a better way. When we embrace failure, we tame the beasts that once terrified us. Okay, this one. I may have just grabbed the book and read that other one that I wanted to read. Okay, this one is Bravely Go. Remember the adage, speak softly and carry a big stick? If you've never heard it, it basically means it's time to move forward bravely while carrying your awareness and discernment like a weapon. You already know which way to go. This is the moment to get up and move toward the path you're being called to, even if the way is dark or scary, especially if it's dark or scary. The only way to cure inertia is to move. So put your brave boots on and get busy. If there's something in your life that scares and excites you at the same time, it's almost always the best thing ever. You get the chance to prove to yourself that you're bigger than your fear, while also showing yourself you're worth every inspirational and thrilling experience you can dream up. Do it. I'm going to read the other one because I want to. And I make the rules here. I know where it is because it's my favorite card in this deck. The other deck. Okay. Blessing of the Unseelie. The fairy gift of following your true heart from the worthy rebels of the Unseelie court. The gift of the Unseelie is the gift of the rebellious one, the one who defies and who does not go with the flow. In fairy lore, the Unseelie are sometimes considered dangerous, but their blessing is this. You are not born to appease and to concede, to give way always before the forces that consume and control. You were born to be free, to decide who you were meant to be for yourself, and the Unseelie's gift and blessing to you is that reminder. And this means that in this moment, there is something you must say no to. Say no to the forces that would ask you to do something that you feel is wrong. Say no to staying quiet when there is an injustice. Say no to going along, to getting along, and stand alone if you must in the renegade nature of the Unseelie. It is a strange gift, a weird blessing to be sure, but in its way, it's an energy of rebellion and courage and defiance that is not born out of any desire to be unkind. In fact, it's born out of the desire to be kind to your truest self and create space and room for you to breathe and be free. With this blessing, you will say no. You will take a stand. You will find a new path and be true to yourself. And while you may be called disruptive or difficult, know that these labels are only given when you can no longer be controlled. It's my favorite. It's my favorite card ever. I love that line so much. These labels are only given when you can no longer be controlled. Mic drop. Which is extra hilarious because you were singing before. Hello, people on YouTube. It's so hard to remember to look back and forth between both of them. You're welcome. Scott's song's going to be in my head all night. That's so funny because I was just talking a couple days ago to my son and my mom about how my Nana had gone, like when she was young, she had gone and seen Wizard of Oz in theaters, and that was the first movie that ever came out in color. And so, that's why like the beginning of it is black and white or whatever, and then the color happens when she gets there. And I remember she talked about just like how like totally amazed everybody was. So it's funny that that one came up. It doesn't surprise me because she hangs around a lot. So I'm going to strangle my friend if she doesn't stop sending me reels. Okay, well, I need to start getting on earlier. Synchronicities. Yes. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to get off here, and I'll be back on tomorrow. Potentially also on Wednesday, because I have to pay my car insurance, and I do not have it. So, anyways, okay. All right. I'll be back on tomorrow night. I might try to get on a little bit earlier, but if I say that, it won't happen. So I didn't say that. But I hope that you guys have a fantastic, wonderful, magical night, day, morning, afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will, I'll see you guys later.